We met in 1998 at some friend's house for a cookout. But when we started going out, he always had on a plaid shirt, and this was '98. But one of the things I told him, I said, "We got to change your wardrobe. You don't have to wear plaid all the time. We got to change your wardrobe." And I'm not sure if I said that. I didn't say it too early in the relationship because it was kind of iffy in the beginning. Our first encounter was not. It was not pleasing to me. But I decided when he finally caught me on the phone one night, he really talked like somebody who had a vision and had a pretty good mind. So I told him I would get to know him like microwave from the inside out because the first impressions was not good. So, but I'm glad that I did that. I appreciate just getting to know him and then being in love and getting married. Tell your one.
Go ahead, Bridget. Yeah.
So one of my memories or the thing that always brings a smile to my face when I think about Tori is that he was the life of the party. Wherever we went, didn't matter if it was your fifth time meeting him or your first time meeting him. He always interacted with people. If we were having something at the house, I would actually have to um, rein him back in sometimes because in the neighborhood we lived in, it's a subdivision, and he was so friendly, and he would just randomly invite people over to our house. Hey man, we cooking out on the grill. You should stop by. You should come by. And I'm like, do we know them? No, no, I met them in the neighborhood. They coming by, and babe, we good. We got enough food. We good. And I'm like, but we don't know these people. and he would, and he'd be like, okay, we're gonna get to know him. So he was the person that would go around the party. He pouring you drinks. You good? You need something? He wanted everybody to be happy and have a good time when they were in his presence. And he really put forth the effort to make that happen. And, that was just one of the things that I had to get used to is that if I came home one day and he was off work, there was a good chance there was somebody sitting in my house or on the porch that I didn't know. He made a new friend. So, but I'm glad that he was that person because he made me a better person and a more open person. So, they say it takes opposites, and I truly believe that to a degree because I was the person that you see the garage door come up, you see the garage door go down. I minded my business. I stayed in my lane. And he was the person that was walking around the neighborhood, making conversation with whoever he saw out. And so, we really balanced each other like that.
Mhm. Awesome, awesome. So, Sister, you say that plaid was bothering you though, huh?
Yes. The other thing, when we would meet people, when we were dating, we would go out. We would always run into somebody that he knows, but I knew him already too. And then there were other people that he knew, but I didn't know. So he would say, give them my name, but he would never tell them. He just called them, hey, sweetie, or hey, it was always sweetie. So one day I said, look, why are you calling everybody sweetie? What am I? He said, you my sweetheart. I said, oh, okay. But the reality of it is he did not remember their name. So he always called them sweetie or whatever. He didn't remember their name. So
See there, and you was taking it the wrong. Look at there.
He'll make sure what's going on here.
Bridget, I remember when we were in over your house and you were telling us about the neighbor. You were like, wait a minute, hold on now. What you doing? Because he was always so helpful and
yes, he was that
house.
right. So he had came home from work and I heard a garage door come up, so I'm just kind of waiting around and thinking he gonna walk in any minute. And so couple minutes pass. I'm like, well, where is he? Why hasn't he come in the house yet? And so I go in the garage door is up, he's not in the car. And so I have a neighbor, I live on a cul-de-sac. So the neighbor's house was directly in front of mine. And her front door is open, and I see him coming downstairs from upstairs. And I'm like, what you doing in this woman's house? And why were you upstairs in this woman's house that is single? So I'm kind of standing at I was bold. I went and stood at the end of the driveway, and I was like, hey, how you doing? And he came out cheesy, hey babe, how you doing? And so it took me a minute to recognize what was going on. The neighbor was getting a new washer and dryer set, and her laundry room was upstairs. And apparently a young man had come and was buying her old set, and he was having problems with the dolly with loading it and getting it down the stairs. And so he saw someone in need, and he went over there and offered his help. And I tell you, that green-eyed monster of jealousy is real, because I went from I in a matter of a couple seconds, I was like, well, who was that? Why you over there? Well, you married. Why you in a single woman's house coming from upstairs? We need to talk. And as soon as I realized what was happening, I was like, okay, see you when you get in the house. Love you. So I just turned right around and came right back in the house.
That's funny. That is funny. Fond memories. Yeah, I just like to share, open up with that space so we can see your smile, see that you are being able to speak about them, smile about them, and go on still and push on. So
Absolutely.
thank you so much for sharing that. It also makes me feel like I know them a little bit, more just because you shared that.